Milan! Today we go to Ferragamo. The Ferragamo new designer, the super young Maximilian Davis, is making the industry swoon.
That's a lot.
We talk with Anogiai,
He can make a minimalist design so special.
America Gonzalez, Lina Zhang, Tracy Ellis Ross, and Lori Harvey,
Incredible, amazing.
and Kelela, and Shy Girl.
I look forward to it every season.
Maximilian Davis breaks down his collection. The most personal touches. We do a little mood board about his style and Ferragamo's style.
We love Max.
Bienvenue chez Ferragamo.
Welcome to Ferragamo. It's like the epitome of class. I really love that. I love the vibe.
Hello, I'm Loic Prigent. Subscribe to my channel to see all the fashion action. Check all my videos about the blockbuster shows, the upcoming designers, the models modeling, and some inspiring museum visits for your mood board. Leave a comment, a thumbs up, and yes, subscribe. This video was made possible thanks to our friends at catwalk.com. It is the only fashion search engine that allows you to look for models, trends, accessories, and fashion shows by keyword. Yes, by keyword. For example, you search for everything that is pink, and everything that is pink appears. You can filter by city, by season. And Catwalk tells you if that pink trend is ascending or descending. It's phenomenally efficient. You can search for all of Amelia Gray's fashion shows or find out who's the model who has worked the most this season. And they have spotlights on new designers. And the cherry on the cake, Catwalk is free. Wait, did I mention you can also do mood boards on it? Catwalk! I spend 3 hours a day on Catwalk. With the 23rd of December 2023, it's Ferragamo Spring-Summer 2024. Ferragamo, 2 R's, 1 M. Salvatore Ferragamo. You can't be more Italian. Salvatore Ferragamo had 11 sisters and brothers, and the family is still controlling the independent brand. It started with one shoe atelier in Florence, Italy, and now it's more than $1 billion business, publicly traded like Prada, Kering, and LVMH. This morning in Milano, Emotion is a new character in my fashion verse. I meet the new Ferragamo designer, Maximilian Davis.
Hello.
Bonjour, really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a
Thank
big
you.
fan.
Thank you.
Big fan.
We're a big fan of you as well.
Who is Maximilian Davis? He's young. He got the Ferragamo job at just 26. Karl Lagerfeld got the Chanel job at 50. Maximilian Davis launched his own brand in 2020 called Maximilian. Maximilian. It could be intimidating, but he wrote it like this. So it was less daunting, melting letters more interesting. He salutes running and smiling on his runways. This is one of his first fashion shows in London East. The edit is sharp, lean silhouettes, subtle drapings, des effets de décalé subtil, sharp layerings, a one button is enough philosophy, one button is enough. Bodycon attitude, a distinctive cobalt, a strong sense of tailoring. His grandmother was the one who showed him how to sew. Couture grandmas are the best. His appointment at Ferragamo was a surprise and very good news. In September 2022, his very first fashion show for the house took place in a red temple. The silhouette was unmistakably his, sharp, sexy, lean, subtle drapings, tailoring, bodycon, bold prints, a distinctive cobalt, a super strong debut. His second Ferragamo show for winter 23 confirmed the va-va-voom. I mean, va-va-voom, 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 va-va-voom. Maximilian Davis is making everybody feels good backstage, taking the time to greet and encourage the models.
Mickey.
Thank you so much for having me again. The collection looks super beautiful.
Make sure that the models feel good and empowering, you know? I don't want the models to feel uncomfortable, and the first thing I always ask is, how are the shoes? How do you feel in the shoes? Can you walk in the shoes? Because I really want the models to kind of walk and have an energy and a bit of sassiness, you know?
The set is by production company Villa Eugénie. Lush carpet, is it beige or chalk? With white and blue and celadon screens to redefine the space. Straight lines and curves. Each guest is seated on a white cube. Tracy Ellis Ross sits next to Shy Girl. Chronometer is at 00.00. This is the brief for the models. It's written on the wall called La Chicane in French. It says energy in caps. be strong, ampersand, confident, and this simple diagram which is the runway. But is it that simple? It's not a 8, it's not a classical logical quiet walk. It's no less that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 turns in total. Turn right or turn left? Oh, the stress for models. Model Lina Zhang is about to open the show and inaugurate this complicated runway.
I'm so nervous.
Are you? Because you're opening the show?
Yeah, because every time I can follow someone else, but this time I just follow myself, right? And for me, it's so amazing to open the show. Yeah, I'm so pleased.
Lina Zhang opened the show wearing a tailored coat made like a dress. The bag is the Flamma bag. She's not a banker, she owns the bank. Maximilian Davis starts with the wholly Italian obsession, tailoring. He himself became fascinated by tailoring at a very young age. He even interned for a tailor as a teen. Can you tell me about the opening look?
So again, one of my things that I really enjoy doing is I'm working with this tailoring. So the slash detail which you find underneath the arms, so you can wear it kind of more as a cape or a sleeveless jacket, and you can also wear it as a classic piece. These pieces are made from wool and mohair. Construction and the fabrication is super light and very kind of fluid, and has this when the model is moving around and walking.
America Gonzalez wearing the suit version, these floaty sleeves giving more rhythm to the formal wardrobe.
I feel snatched, I feel tailored, I feel like a lady.
Expensive.
Exactly, yes. That I am.
Signora Anogliai wears a zipped jacket with mini shorts. Or is it a dress? When you're a Ferragamo woman, you get to choose.
I think this outfit, it's my favorite one in the show. It's very me, and I might just run out of here with it. I love how you can make a minimalist design so special.
First color of the collection, it's a pine green on this form-fitting long dress of a black fluid viscose pants, holding a geometric glossy bag, screaming old money. She's not quiet, she's luxury. A light ivory linen trench coat worn by Sija Kang. Supermodel and actress Emmeline Valade is a Maximilian Davis favorite. This bag is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis lazuli, it's actually cerulean. The clasp on the bags looks like it could be a brooch, precious or a lighter, un briquet. Bags can be super classic or super vénère pieces for fashion addicts. Louise Robert wears a linen asymmetric bomber jacket.
I'm a big jacket girl. It's cool, it's oversized, but still cute, you know?
In the collection, Maximilian Davis goes green. Go green or go home. Unlike the world of theater, where the green is banned, in fashion the color green is a very positive color, referencing freshness, nature, brand newness, escapism. And escapism, in fashion, we like. Ribu Bilan Carroll wears a coated linen Harrington jacket and cargo pants. Silk and cotton knitted halter cardigan with mini shorts for Yu Tong-gu, almost a 1930s bathing suit silhouette. Paul Amelin channeling a very Milanese way of dressing, the monochromatic outfit. The one-tone head-to-toe look is a Ferragamo signature. Lulu Tani enjoys one of the most outstanding dresses of the collection, a shocking fuchsia and vermillon printed number. Elle est le personnage principal.
And the shoes, so basically referencing, one thing I enjoy to do is to go into the archive and find pieces that we kind of re-energize and give like a new energy to. And one shoe that was in the 50s was the Calypso heel, which is kind of an architectural cage heel. Now with the name feels very Caribbean, there's very a link, there's a direct link there. But this time we really wanted to kind of use a new technique, so we developed it with a 3D print. We have now given kind of a banana shape to kind of give it more of an edge, a bit more of a contrast.
The Calypso is a super iconic shoe designed by Salvatore Ferragamo in 1955. That shoe defined 1955. The Salvatore Ferragamo DNA is 1955 glamour, Hollywood escarpin, women with too impeccable makeup.
So throughout the collection you see kind of a mix of leather with something very fluid, or kind of these wooden details. So for example you have these beaded belts mixed with like something very cotton, something very fluid. So the menswear, again, we wanted it to feel very relaxed, but the way that I work is to kind of have a men's and women's kind of speaks to each other. So for example, with the coated cotton that you find in the women's tailoring, we've used it in the menswear shirts as well. So the shoes we were looking at, the very classic Italian moccasins and kind of loafers as well, but kind of deconstructing them and making them a bit more perverse and a bit more kind of interesting with the material.
I love that you use the word perverse.
Of course.
A giant print of the Dione plant, so giant it's almost abstract. Veronica Kunz, how to reinterpret Ferragamo while being the most Ferragamo. Ferragamissimo, just one button obsession for yin ou yang. Aneta Popova with a bag with a new rubberish shiny finish. What would be the most personal piece for you in the collection?
Oh, wow. It would be this look. This is where we're really looking into kind of the arte povera movement in terms of the artists. And one artist was Giovanni Anselmo, and he really kind of mixed something very hard and very soft with industrial materials. And this was where we tried to redevelop that in terms of a concept into a garment.
Mona Tugard with a fringe decoration on a column dress.
This season we really wanted everything to feel a lot more lighter, which would be kind of based on construction, based on fabrication. So with fabrications we were looking at a lot of linens, a lot of kind of cottons, a cotton mix.
Paloma Alceser in a fluid celadon number, contrasting with the severe neck, the fluidity and contrast. That is a Maximilian Davis recurring theme. A Latoja zipper in a body-conscious number et une ceinture sculpture. Not the subtle draping here, on the top, on the hips. Vittoria Ceretti closes the show, looking like a painting from the Florence Museum, the Uffizi, Les Offices.
I really wanted to reference the Renaissance period in terms of draping, but we were also looking at Renaissance armor. So again, it's finding something that's very rigid and very kind of hard and mixing it with something very fluid.
Ferragamo honestly is the highlight of my fashion week in Milan, and honestly I don't know why I keep being surprised, because it continues being amazing and I can't wait till the next collection already.
Incredible, amazing.
We love Max, and he kills it every time. The shoes are really crazy. I like the ones with the stones on them. And then the really slutty stuff, like the cardigan, tiny booty short, and like halter. Like, I'm obsessed with that.
It feels very light. I like the colors and I like the material. It feels very light. I love it.
Well, this was my first ever Ferragamo report and my first ever Maximilian Davis report. Fashion. Subscribe to my channel to see everything about fashion and cultivate your mood board. Leave a comment about your favorite silhouette or just leave tons of sunny emojis. Cheers!